Hello, this is Left Turn Productions, and welcome back to Calebville Raceway for the 9th race of the LTPSS 2020 season. This is the second half of a doubleheader. We had another race here at Calebville just yesterday, and now we're going to come back to this track with the Cup cars instead of the street stocks. 30 cars out here today. For a 13-lap long race under the lights here at Calebville Raceway, and things are really heating up in the championship battle. So here are your stories. So something was wrong with the track during qualifying, and it caused four drivers to crash out of qualifying. And two of them were the top two in points. Trivia May and James Johnson, as well as the 42 of LJ Toledo, who is looking for a spot in that top four, but currently has one of the wildcard spots, and also Grant Hoover in the number 25. So they all crashed out. They all had to go to backup cars, and they all have to start at the back. And also Sarah Cox in the number 88 for Junior Motorsports, one of the drivers making one-off starts here today. And then you've got the 51 of Kate Summers. She is making her channel debut. And also, this is Kyle Busch Motorsports' channel debut as well. They attempted to run the Omaha 500 with Harrison Burton, but failed to qualify. And then you've got the number 32 of Nicholas Price. This is his first race on the channel, as well as the 66 of Vinny Schulz. Both of them are on teams returning from the East City Circuit race. We also had Dylan Jacobs in the field, and the number 68 for Holy Toledo Racing, but he failed to qualify, and so he will have another attempt at Evansville later this season. And then you have the 8 of Ben Garrison, who has been on a roll as of late. He won the first race here at Calebville in the street stocks after holding off Caleb Rose, and he's the only multi-time winner here this season. Currently third in the points, trying to hang on to a top 4 position. And then you've got the 53 of Caleb Rose, who, like I mentioned, lost to Ben Garrison, but had a pretty good performance out here. Still has a lot of speed there in that number 53, and he is looking to get yet another good result for 5395 Racing. And then you've got the top 3 drivers. So the top 3 drivers in qualifying do get bonus points, as regular viewers already know. Jake Hoover qualified third. He will get 1 bonus point. Brian Ferris qualified second. He will get 2 bonus points. And Brady Wilmington, the Polesitter, will get 5 bonus points, and that is crucial after a costly DNF in the first race here at Calebville. So this is a very... he needs to do well in this race, basically, because he fell out of the top 4 thanks to that DNF and is trying to look to get back in. Has no wins this season. Obviously, a win would be ideal for that 62 team. So here is your starting lineup. Row 1 is Brady Wilmington and Brian Ferris. Row 2 is Jake Hoover and Scarlett Rose. Row 3 is James Edwards and Sam Lester. Row 4 is Caleb Rose and Shane Wensloff. And row 5 is Jacob Hersner and Trey Wright. Row 6 is Hope Wilmington and Cookie. Row 7 is Brendan Creason and Ben Garrison. Row 8 is Caleb Campbell and Riley Neiman. Row 9 is the 66 of Vinny Schulz and Nicholas Rice. And in row 10 is D. Pepper and Jeff Toledo. Row 11 is Ray Alton and Richard Herman. Row 12 is Zachary DeLello and Kate Summers. Row 13 is Logan Drayling and the 88 of Sarah Cox. Row number 14 is Trivia May and James Johnson, and rounding out the field is LJ Toledo and Grant Hoover. So like I said, 13 laps out here today. Midway bonus points will be given out at the end of lap 7, I believe. And yeah, Brady Wilmington and Brian Ferris, who, if you remember, had a photo finish in the All-Star race earlier today, they are going to lead them to the green here at Calebville. As you can see, the field flying by. Also, we have a couple drivers debuting new paint schemes, including LJ Toledo in the number 42. And Brady Wilmington gets a big lead out here as we come to lap number 2. Brady Wilmington really has a strong lead as they're going 3 wide for second place. And you can see some more 3 wide action further back in the pack between the 14, the 19, and the 3, and Caleb Rose trying to get second away from Jake Hoover here as we are in lap 3 now, and Brady Wilmington is just absolutely gone. He just got a great launch and has not looked back. Nobody anywhere near him. Now you can see the 53 starting to creep into view, and we've got contact and an accident. Grant Hoover is involved, as well as Kate Summers and Cookie up into the wall. Caution is out. Grant Hoover and the 18 of Cookie and also the 51 of Kate Summers collide in turns 1 and 2. Cookie, of course, is near the bottom of the standings. This could mathematically eliminate him from being able to make it into the championship weekend at Evansville. Grant Hoover has just been struggling this season, been getting involved in a lot of incidents, but he could still mount a charge despite this bad finish. And of course, you remember he had to start at the back because of crashing in qualifying, and that was costly to him. And also the 51 of Kate Summers, just trying to have a good run. One-off start for her. Unfortunate that she got involved in that. So let's get a replay out here and see what happened. So we heard over the radio that Cookie was not very happy at the number 32 of Nicholas Rice, and you can see right here, Rice got into the back of the 18 of Cookie. Nowhere for Grant Hoover or Kate Summers to go. Look at Logan Drayling barely missing that as all those cars go up into the outside wall. Cookie was not very happy at Nicholas Rice, pointing out that he was only a one-off starter. And yeah, here's the replay again. I think Cookie might have came down as well, so I think it was just two drivers going for the same hole there, and it just didn't quite work out. And unfortunately, it collects Grant Hoover and Kate Summers as well. So now we are going to have a restart here on lap number 4 of the race, and Brady Wilmington is still your leader. Alright, Brady Wilmington and Caleb Rose on the front row here on this restart. On lap number 4, we're back racing. Look at Hope Wilmington already going to the bottom there, making it 3 wide and gets a couple spots out of it. Hope Wilmington being aggressive here, as you can see Brian Ferris trying to work over Brady Wilmington, and there goes Hope to the inside, 3 wide again. Hope Wilmington has gone from 7th to 1st in 1 lap, and Wilmington takes the lead from Wilmington, and Brady is on the outside falling back. Oh, we've got an incident here. Trivia May sideways but saves it off the bumper of LJ Toledo there. That could have been bad. It could have been Trivia May's second DNF in a row, but she keeps it together and we stay green. Here on lap number 6, Caleb Rose in second, trying to track down Hope Wilmington, and we got a problem. The caution is out, and that is the 66 of Vinnie Scholes. Something wrong with the side of the car there. Through debris on the racetrack, it must have been a cut tire, and it damaged the car, and they're going to be done for the day. It's very unfortunate for that number 66 team. Let's look at what happened. So there you see the 66 of Vinnie Scholes. Clearly something wrong with the tire there. Something might have broken internally, actually, because the tire, when they came in, seemed fine. So it must have been some sort of issue with the hub, or maybe the axle, possibly. Caused the smoke to come out. So a very odd internal issue for the 66 of Vinnie Scholes, and Vinnie is not going to be able to finish this race, unfortunately. And so we are going to have a 1-lap dash for the midway points on lap number 7 here on the restart. Alright, Hope Wilmington is going to lead them to the green once again as Caleb Rose on the outside. Green flag back in the air. Jacob Hersner trying to get some points, and he's going to turn Jake Hoover. Caution is out. And we got some more drivers getting involved. Caleb Campbell is one of them. And also Riley Neiman. Both Roush Fenway Racing cars involved, as well as the lone remaining Caleb Campbell Motorsports car. Just a tough break for both those teams and all these drivers, as there was a wreck on the restart. drivers going for as many points as they can. And let's take a look at the replay. So here is the replay, and you can see right there, it was the 19 of Jacob Hersner. He went 3 wide on that restart, and Jake Hoover just turned across the nose, hard to the inside wall. Barely misses Shane Wensloff, comes back up and gets Caleb Campbell. James Johnson and Trivia May both barely missed that. Unfortunately, Riley Neiman was not as lucky and got caught up in that mess in the number 6 car. One more look at it. Jacob Hersner, one of those drivers that has a win but is outside of the wild card eligibility area. You have to be inside the top 12 to be eligible for a wild card spot if you have a win. And you also have to be the top 2 out of those. So there you saw right there, just a desperate move trying to get some more points on Jacob Hersner's part. And Jake Hoover unfortunately gets involved. Trivia May threads the needle on the bottom and misses it. Unfortunately, Caleb Campbell and Riley Neiman could not avoid the spinning number 17. Very unfortunate for them. I know Caleb Campbell's definitely going to be mad about that one, as well as Jake Hoover. It's not a very good end there, and this is the first race that Caleb Campbell has ran this paint scheme. And he will be running it for the rest of the season because his previous one was too similar to the one of the number 40, Shane Wensloff. So the midway bonus has been collected. It happened right when the caution came out. So we'll get you those and who got points there. And then we will get you to the next restart on lap number 8. So here are the midway results. Hope Wilmington will get 10 points. Caleb Rose will get 9. Sam Lester, 3rd after that, and he will get 8 points. Brian Ferris will get 7. Brady Wilmington, 6. James Edwards, 5. Jacob Hersner, 4. Trey Wright, 3. Wright's having a good run out here today. Scarlett Rose, 2. And Ben Garrison will get the last one. And so we are going to get into the second half of this race. Things are going to get crazy, as once again, it's Hope Wilmington and Caleb Rose on the front row. Green flag back in the air. Great jump by Hope Wilmington. Caleb Rose comes down the block from Sam Lester. Oh, we've got another spinner. It's LJ Toledo, and he's barely going to miss the wall. But the caution is out. Sorry, I had to do a quick transition there. I was about to cough. But here's the replay of that incident that has brought out another caution. This is starting to turn into a wreck fest, but as you can see, LJ Toledo already sideways, possibly across the nose of Trivia May, and if you remember earlier, Trivia May almost got turned around by LJ Toledo, so maybe a little bit of payback there, but either way, LJ Toledo in the McDonald's machine barely misses hitting the wall. He will be able to continue, but all that track position he got is lost now, and he's going to have to work his way back up through the field again. So definitely frustrating for LJ Toledo, but at least he is not out of the race. He'll still have a chance to get some more points here out on the day. And so we are going to have another restart once again with, I believe, 5 laps to go? Yeah, 5 laps to go when the restart starts out here at Calebville. Alright, same 2 drivers on the front row once again. Hope Wilmington and Caleb Rose going to lead them down. And we're going to have the green flag here once again. Oh my goodness, Hope Wilmington up the racetrack with Caleb Rose. Sam Lester just barged right through the back of Hope Wilmington, and he is going to take the lead, and he's got his team owner behind him, Brady Wilmington. Pacific Racing 1-2. After Sam Lester absolutely charged through on that restart. 4 laps to go, and Lester leads. It's a Toyota 1-2-3 as Jacob Hersner lurks in 3rd position. Brady Wilmington up to the outside, gonna try to pass his teammate on the outside. Down the back stretch, they're side by side. Brian Ferris going for 3rd over Jacob Hersner. Wilmington won't get the spot there as Lester's able to hold him off. 3 laps to go. Going to the inside is Wilmington once again. Now he's on the inside of Sam Lester as they go down the backstretch. Brian Ferris trying to make a move, but he's instead going to push the 62. Oh, he pushed him up the racetrack. Lester's in the wall. 2 laps to go. Sam Lester is not going to win the race as he got shoved into the outside wall. And Brian Ferris now has the lead after moving the 2 Pacific Racing cars out of the way. But he's got Hope Wilmington right behind him. Will Hope be able to do anything? 3 wide for third behind them as they go through turns 3 and 4. White flag in the air. Next flag will end the race. Whether it be the caution or the checkered. There goes Brian Ferris spinning into the inside wall. Caution is out. Race is over. Oh, and they're junking it up there. James Edwards. And Sam Lester gets turned as well, and he's going to hit the inside wall. What an absolute junk here at the end, and it's going to be another Stewart-Haas Racing 1-2, as Hope Wilmington is going to win here at Calebville after some last lap shenanigans. You can see the rest of the field go by under the caution flag. What in the world happened? Strange ending to this Calebville race as they end the race under caution. And let's go take a look, a replay of what happened there in the last few laps. So here is the move by Brian Ferris. First of all, Sam Lester held on to the lead, but here comes Brady Wilmington to the inside, trying to take the lead. Brian Ferris looked like he was going to try to make it 3 wide and instead sent it into turn 3. That pushed Wilmington up the racetrack, which pushed Lester up the racetrack, and Lester hits the outside wall, and he ends up getting turned on the last lap and crashes out of the race after possibly having the chance to win it. And then here you can see Brian Ferris out in front, Hope Wilmington tracking him down, and there's Brady Wilmington still trying to fight for every position behind. Going through turns 3 and 4. Here is the incident that ended the race. Ferris up the track. Wilmington goes for the hole. And as they cross the line for the white flag, Hope Wilmington, I think, tried to move up to try to get to the outside of Brian Ferris, but their bumpers crossed, and that was almost identical to the crash that Jake Hoover had. Right into the path of James Edwards. Nothing he could do. And then Jeff Toledo turns around Sam Lester trying to avoid, and Lester just barely gets the inside wall there and then hits it with the back end. And after that, Hope Wilmington wins the race in a Stewart-Haas Racing 1-2, and Stewart-Haas Racing had a 1-2 at Michigan where James Johnson was the winner, and Hope Wilmington finished second. But this time it's Wilmington that wins and Johnson finishing second. So Stewart-Haas Racing really stepping it up here late in the going. So we are going to take a look at your race results and points now. Here are your race results for this crazy race at Calebville. Hope Wilmington wins, James Johnson second. This is, of course, the second time this season that one team has swept the top 2 spots, and both times it was Stewart-Haas Racing. Brady Wilmington rallies to finish 3rd. Scarlett Rose with a solid run in 4th. Brendan Crease in 5th. Trivia May 6th. Caleb Rose 7th. Jacob Hersner 8th. And then the Toledo brothers, Jeff and LJ, round out the top 10 here in this race. D. Pepper finishes 11th. Trey Wright 12th. Shane Wensloff, Ben Garrison, Zachary DeLello, Richard Herman, Sarah Cox, Nicholas Rice, Ray Alton, and Logan Drayling rounds out your top 20. And then the drivers at DNF, Brian Ferris spun from the lead on the white flag. James Edwards, Sam Lester also crashed on the final lap. Jake Hoover, Caleb Campbell, Riley Neiman, Vinnie Scholes, Cookie, Grant Hoover, and Kate Summers all failed to finish this race. So what did this do to the point standings? Well, here they are. Trivia May still the points leader. James Johnson second still. Hope Wilmington with that win gets up into 3rd. And Brady Wilmington jumps into 4th, 2 points above Ben Garrison, who is in 5th. Ben Garrison did not have a great run out here today, but still holds on to a wildcard spot. And LJ Toledo has the other wildcard spot, and he is 2 points ahead of Brendan Creason, who also has a win and would take that wildcard spot. So it's a very heated battle for the top 4 and the wildcards heading into the next race at Talladega. You can also see Caleb Campbell, Brian Ferris, Caleb Rose, Jake Hoover, and Scarlett Rose all inside the top 12 there. Scarlett Rose actually getting back inside the top 12 with that win, trying to make a rally to try and get a wildcard spot. Same with Jacob Hersner in 13th. Hersner, ever since we have shown the wildcard cuts and stuff like that, Hersner has not been inside the top 12 at all. This is the highest he's been. Hersner trying to piece together some good runs at the end of the season. Richard Herman, James Edwards, Riley Neiman, Grant Hoover, all I believe are still realistically in the running. Sam Lester is going to need a miracle, as well as these guys back here, Shane Wensloff, Jeff Toledo, Trey Wright, D. Pepper, Zachary DeLello, and we have 3 drivers that have been eliminated from contention for the Evansville Championship weekend, and that is Cookie, Ray Alton, and Logan Drayling. It is mathematically impossible for those 3 to even lock up a wild card spot. So those 3 are out of the running, unfortunately. So it's down to 23 drivers that could possibly get in. Realistically, about 17 different drivers are in the running for one. So congratulations to Hope Wilmington. First win on the channel since York Cup Series Season 2, all the way back in 2017. So it's been a long time coming, but Hope finally gets one. The next race is going to be at Talladega Super Speedway with the Legends cars. That is going to be a very fun race indeed, and will definitely shake up the points, maybe even more than this race did, or this Calebville doubleheader did, rather. So thank you guys for watching. This is Left Turn Productions, signing out.